Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Hub back into the video today, and today we're going to be talking about a potential trade for the Houston Rockets, as it's been reported that the Rockets are interested in another Brooklyn Nets small forward, Royce O'Neal. It's been reported by Hoops Hype that the Rockets are interested in Royce O'Neal and have talked to the Brooklyn Nets about a Royce O'Neal trade. So have two other teams that we know of right now, the Phoenix Suns and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I would imagine the three players that have been brought up to the Brooklyn Nets are Nasir Little from the Phoenix Suns. I would think Cleveland has brought up probably Isaac Okoro, and now it's been reported that the Rockets are talking about Jayshawn Tate in a deal. And Brooklyn is looking at being offered multiple draft picks, which you're probably assuming multiple second-round picks. Now, Okoro is not a bad player at all, and it's also been reported that he's the most likely player on the Cavaliers roster to be moved on today's trade deadline. Nasir Little, I think he'd probably go with another player and a couple draft picks, probably 2 second-round picks if the Suns landed O'Neal. But let's focus on the Rockets in this video, and we're going to talk about what a package for the Rockets landing Royce O'Neal would look like. So, I think I would love bringing in Royce O'Neal just because the fact is, first of all, he's a good three-point shooter. He's a hell of a three-point shooter. Now, his attempts have gone a little bit down this year, I think. Yeah, it's not that much, only by a couple. His last year was nearly 6 at 5.8, and this year it's 5.4. But this season he's shooting 36.6% from three. His career three-point percentage is 38.1%. Last season with Brooklyn, 39%. With Utah in the 21-22 season, 39%. So he's a great three-point shooter. And another thing is that this Rockets team, they're a bottom team in three-point percentage. They could really use an upgrade, with three-point shooting. And I know the Rockets just had a good game from three, shot 12 for 25 against the Pacers, but it's the Pacers, a terrible defensive team, shot 48%. That's great, but still the Rockets have been a bottom 5 team in the NBA this year with three-point percentage, and I would still go ahead and say it would be great to bring in a good three-point shooter. And Royce O'Neal is not that bad of a rebounder. The Rockets are a weak rebounding team as well. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. He's averaging 7.5 points per game, 3 assists per game. He's not that bad a defensive player at all. He's actually a good defensive player, averaging 0.7 steals per game and 0.7 blocks per game this season with the Brooklyn Nets. His field goal percentage is actually higher than it was last year at 39%, and I really would love the Rockets to bring him in. I think he'd be a great addition for the Houston Rockets. I think the deal that the Rockets would throw up to the Brooklyn Nets, I feel like, keep in mind, Royce O'Neal is not worth a first-round pick, but I feel like the Nets might try to take the Rockets' advantage and try to get one of their first-round picks back. That's obviously not going to happen. I think they'll get one of their picks back, but it's not the pick you're thinking of. I think the Rockets, the deal that they'll probably throw up on the table for the Nets will be Jayshawn Tate, a 2024 second-round pick, which belongs to Golden State and is protected 56 through 59. But Golden State had a good win last night against Philadelphia, but that second-round pick, Brooklyn will be able to keep that second-round pick, although it's not going to be worth that much. And then the pick that Brooklyn will be able to get back of theirs, I don't think they really care about it that much, but they will be able to get back their 2024 second-round pick, which the Rockets have. And honestly, I think that pick could be a solid pick because you're looking at an early second-round pick right there with how bad the Nets have been this year. So I think you're looking at that being one of the first 10 picks in the second round, which if you draft right, if you have the right guys making the decisions in the draft and early in the second round, you could find yourself a gem. So, or you could trade it for something solid. So that would be a solid pick for the Nets to have back. So you get 2 second-round picks in this upcoming draft, in the 2024 draft, and then you get Jayshawn Tate, who, keep in mind, Royce O'Neal, he's an expiring contract. And, I don't think a lot of teams are going to, as much as teams would love to have him, teams are not going to pay full price for an expiring contract. And I think Jayshawn Tate, a guy who is not an expiring contract, this is not an expiring contract for an expiring contract. Jayshawn Tate has another year left on his deal. Sure, he is nowhere close to Royce O'Neal's level. O'Neal is a lot better than Jayshawn Tate, but Tate does have another year left on his deal compared to O'Neal, who doesn't. And not only do you have that in the comparison, but the Rockets are also trading 2 second-round picks. I think this would be a good trade for the Nets to make. I would really love this deal for the Rockets. Let me know your thoughts on the potential trade in the comment section, and peace out.